That'll only cause more trouble.
He thought as much.
That's the truth.
No, I would have thought of that himself.
Hey,
I'm no better off
It's
myself.
totally obvious. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
can I buy weapons from you?
I don't have much. We take almost all the swords and axes into Onar's house.
I can't believe that. It can't go on like this forever.
Nobody ever asks me.
What about forging equipment? What do you need?
I'm staying out of it.
Nobody will learn anything from me. Do you really believe that?
That's exactly what I said. You don't believe everything you hear. Really didn't deserve
No
that.
one really wants to hear that.
You tell me. If he doesn't see that, Nobody ever asks me.
Of course we got him in the end. But I'm not touching that.
You just have to listen to the wrong people. Will it ever change?
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. Of course we got him in the end.
Never would have thought of that himself.
Are you sure you want to go in there? I'm afraid you won't get very far. The orcs are on the other side.
If there's a way into the Valley of Mines, I shall find it.
Good, then go. Go within us.
If you want to live, go back to wherever you came from.
What are you standing around here for?
I come from the castle. They've sent me to look for those missing, and to check out the area.
Those missing?
Some fled when the dragons attacked. Most of them didn't make it. No surprise there. But if there are any survivors left, I'll bring them back.
Can you help me get into the castle?
Sure. But you have to do me a favor. If you can make it to the castle, talk to the paladin Auric. Tell him that his brother bought it up there at the pass.
How can I get into the castle?
First of all, you can forget the direct path. But if you walk around the castle, you might have a chance from the back. You should stay away from the paths and use the river. It will be best if you swim downstream for a stretch. It should be easier from there. The orcs have set up a ram behind the castle. You can get in that way. Creep up on the orcs as closely as you can, and then run for it. You might just make it if you're fast enough.
What do I need to know about this area?
The Greenhides have laid siege to the castle for weeks now, and those dragons are hiding out somewhere too. The entire Valley of Mines is teeming with orcs. No matter where you're headed, this won't be a picnic.
You were damn lucky when you came in. I very nearly shot you.
Then I guess I should be glad that you have such keen eyesight.
Save your breath. Talk to Sengrath if you want something.
How are things in the castle?
A few of the boys are practicing, but in principle, we're all just waiting for something to happen. This uncertainty is wearing us down. That's the strategy of those blasted orcs. They'll wait until our nerves are shot.
I knew it. I knew that someone would succeed. Have you come over the pass? Our messenger managed to get through then.
No, your messenger didn't make it across the pass. I've come by order of Lord Hagen.
Accursed orcs. Well, Commander Garand will certainly want to speak to you. You'll find him in the large building guarded by 2 knights.
Who can teach me something here?
Ask Karoloff. He trains the boys in sword fighting. Maybe he'll teach you something too.
Where can I find gear here?
Tandor hands out the weapons. Engor, the steward, is responsible for everything else.
What about magic supplies?
We are equipped with spell scrolls. If you want some of them, let me know.
Show me your spell scrolls.
Another one of those beasts.
Show me your
Alarm! Alarm!
You came over the pass? Well done. We have already lost a lot of men out there. I know myself what it's like out there. I accompanied a reconnaissance unit for a while. Do you have a weapon? If you need a good weapon, I'm your man.
What became of the unit?
We scouted the area and wanted to advance to the coast. We set up our camp in a cave. It was late at night when the orcs came. They charged us up the slope with torches and drums and discovered us. We tried to flee, but I was the only one who got through. Soon after that, the orcs erected their big palisade, and we pulled back into the castle.
Show me your wares.
We soldiers wear our uniforms with pride. Get changed.
Hey, how are you?
How do you think I'm doing? I spend the whole day at the grindstone sharpening blades, and yesterday Engor shortened our rations again. If it goes on like this, we're all gonna starve, or we'll all be killed by orcs. Not a pleasant prospect.
Who is Engor?
Engor manages the provisions and shares out the rations, and they get smaller every week. Sure, you can bargain with him, but only for cold, hard cash.
And you can't afford that?
The most I can get for the lousy pay we collect is a couple of turnips.
Where can I find this Engor?
In the knight's house. Just go through the open entryway next to the smithy.
What's up?
That damned Engor should hand out more rations.
Hey,
What do you want?
could you make a weapon for me?
I don't have time for that. Tandor hands out the weapons, I just make them. And Parlov sharpens them.
How's work?
I forge the weapons for the castle knights. Since we've been here, I've been fully occupied making new weapons. And we'll need them too. We'll show these damned orcs how sharp our blades are. Hey, Parlov, make those blades nice and sharp. Orcs are damn tough creatures.
That's been known a long time.
I've heard a thing or two. Nobody heard anything from me.
A few lockpicks would be helpful. Hey, you!
Ah, so you're the guy who made it across the pass.
Yes.
Great. I'm Engor. I manage this expedition. Just don't get the idea that I give anything away for free. But if there's gold in your pockets, I'm always willing to cut a little deal.
You're the one who deals out the rations, or so I've heard.
That's right. Why? Should I feed you now too? If there's anything you want, you'll pay for it. Just like everyone else.
Maybe I can help you with your work.
Sure, why not? I could use some help.
So, what needs to be done?
Our food supplies are low. Above all, we're almost out of meat. So if you could get us some meat, raw or cooked, ham or sausages, that would be much appreciated. How about it? Will you help us?
Don't worry, I'll get you some meat.
About 24 chunks of meat would help me feed quite a few hungry mouths. Come back when you have the meat. I need to get back to my work now.
Hey! Have you got anything interesting for me?
I can get you better armor. Heavy militia armor, if you're interested. It's not cheap, of course. So go get the gold, and I'll give you the armor.
Here, I bought you something.
Great. You brought enough meat. That'll do for a while. But don't get the idea that I'll give you anything for free now.
Show me your wares. Hey, you! Give me the armor.
Here you are. It'll protect you well. It's a damn good piece of work.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
That's all just gossip. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
You didn't get that on me or that.
That's all just gossip.
But you
Been
knew
all
that.
kinds of rumors. I'm no better off myself here. That'll only cause more trouble.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
That'll only cause more trouble. Watch out. I don't believe this is gonna change. I don't want to only cause more trouble. I've got my own opinion about that. It can't go on like this forever. So why won't they listen to me? You have to feel sorry. So you know that. But he knew that all along. That's the rumors. Where did you pick that up, then? Why haven't I heard about this before? I can't believe that. It's totally obvious. I agree with you completely. I've got my own opinion about that. I agree with you completely.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
I'm no better off myself. Bad business. It can't go on like this
Where did you pick that up then?
I wouldn't have done that. I'd have done it differently.
That was obvious.
Innocent light
You train people?
Yeah, once those orcs, or even worse, the dragons attack again, every single hand will be needed.
That's really not my problem.
He really didn't deserve that.
Will it ever change?
Can you train me too?
Sure, I'll train any good man, but besides your talent, you need a good weapon if you want to survive here. Ask the knight Tandor. He'll take care of you.
Justice will prevail in the end.
What about long-range combat?
What about it?
Can you teach me that too?
No, but you can ask Udar. He's a good... No, he's the best crossbowman I know.
Hey! I heard that you are the best crossbowman far and wide.
If they say so, it must be true. What do you want?
I am the greatest.
You're all right. Well, if you want to learn, then I'll help you.
Is it really true? Nobody will learn anything from me.
Where did you pick that up? Enos deals out fair punishment. I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Look who has returned, our hero from the barrier.
Good to see you, Milton. You here again?
Again, after the barrier collapsed, I entered the monastery of the Magicians of Fire. But once it was clear that the paladins wanted to come here, my experience and knowledge of the place proved to be quite useful. So they decided then and there to entrust me with the holy mission of providing magical support to this expedition. Do you remember Gorn, Diego, and Lester?
Of course I remember the boys.
Well, Gorn and Diego didn't get far. They were picked up by the paladins here in the valley. Lester has vanished, though. I have no idea where he's hanging around.
I've met Lester. He's with Zardos now.
One bit of good news, at least. Well, I have nothing pleasant to report.
So what is there to report?
The paladins came here with the intention of getting the magic ore, but with the dragon attacks and the orcs, I can't imagine the paladins will march out of here with the ore. No, Baianos. I feel the presence of something dark, something evil growing here. Something that emanates from this valley. We paid a high price for the annihilation of the Sleeper. The destruction of the barrier has ruined this place as well. We can all count ourselves lucky if we survive this.
How much ore have you stored away so far?
How much ore? Not one chest. We haven't had contact with the scrapers for some time. It wouldn't amaze me if they were all long dead. We are being attacked by dragons and besieged by orcs. This expedition is a complete disaster.
Where are Gorn and Diego now?
Well, Gorn is sitting here in the dungeon because he resisted arrest. They assigned Diego to a troop of scrapers. Ask the paladin Parseval. He assembled the groups.
Let's go and free Gorn.
Well, the problem in this matter is that Gorn is a convicted prisoner. But if we're lucky, Garand will agree on a deal and we can buy his freedom.
Yes, maybe.
Keep me in the picture.
What is your task here?
Originally, I was supposed to assay the magic ore, but we haven't seen much of that so far. Now I'm concentrating on the study of alchemy.
I hardly know what to believe.
A few lockpicks would be helpful.
Will it ever change?
Forever.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
I've my own opinion about that.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
That's all just gossip.
So why won't they listen to me?
I could have told you that before.
Soldier, what sort of clothes are those? Get changed on the spot!
Wait a minute. What's your task here?
My job? Training the lads. I teach them how to get muscles of steel. I also take care of the prisoners. I'm like a damn father to those bastards. But my real art is to get them to talk. And believe me, I have ways to make anyone talk.
Sounds awfully nice.
But those flea-infested blockheads we've currently locked up don't have much to say anyway. And they won't let me deal with that Gorn.
Could you train me?
Sure, I can help you become stronger, but I don't give anything away for free.
How much do you want?
You run around outside the castle, don't you? Here's what I suggest. My assistant Den made himself scarce during the last attack. What a quitter. But he didn't run for it empty-handed. He took the contents of our cash box with him.
What cash box?
We have this chest where we keep the stuff we have, collected over the course of time. And that was a tidy sum. The chest contained 200 gold pieces along with some precious jewelry. If you bring me back the gold, you can keep the jewels and I'll train you.
Do you know where Den was headed?
As far away from here as possible. I guess he might have tried to get through the pass.
Thanks, that's very helpful.
Well, what can I say? I have no idea where he went.
Anything new?
Everything seems quiet. No new prisoners. Nobody who needs help finding the right words. Too bad.
That would be a problem. Better watch out who you tell what.
Stop! Who are you? The question where I come from is much more important. I came across the pass. So, are you going to stop me now, or can I go in?
Well, I couldn't know that. Of course you're allowed in.
Do you really think?
Already know what I think. Who told you that?
I used to say that myself.
I'm not telling you anything new.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Watch out who you tell what.
It was just like you said.
Do you really think?
I wouldn't have done that.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Don't say you didn't know that.
Nobody ever asks me.
That's no secret.
Hey, you!
Where do you come from?
There have been all
You
kinds
aren't one of the
rumors.
scrapers, and you aren't one of my people. Well,
Say that
I've
myself.
come across the pass.
over the pass, you actually got through?
Always act in the name
By
of Enos.
Inos. What are your orders, soldier?
I come from Lord Hagen. He wants me to bring him proof of the presence of the dragons.
That will
And you've
never
just
change.
come here to get it and then disappear again?
Well, that's what I had in mind.
So he wants proof. He can have it.
You don't have to
But
tell
I
me
can't
that.
send you back to Lord Hagen without giving him information about
Do
the
you really
ore.
think?
Listen, Lord Hagen absolutely must learn what the situation is here and how much ore we've mined up to now.
All right. What do you want me to do for you?
I've got 3 units of scrapers out there, but they haven't sent me a single nugget. Visit the mining sites and report back to me how much ore they have stored. Then I'll write you a letter that you are going to take back to Lord Hagen.
Oh, well, I guess I have no choice.
I couldn't care less.
But why me, of all people?
Because you know a way to get through the lines of orcs. My boys would be hopelessly lost out there. You, on the other hand, have managed to get through once already. That makes you the best man for this job.
And there's more, believe me.
I need some equipment.
Talk to Tandor about that. He'll get you everything you need.
You don't have to tell me that.
Where can I find the mining sites?
Here, take this map.
haven't I heard
It
about
shows
this
the 2
before?
areas where the mining sites are located. If you have any more questions, ask Parsival. He can tell you all you need to know
Nobody
about
ever
the
asked
scrapers.
me.
That was no big
I want you to let Gorn go.
I can't let him go. He has committed many crimes and they must be atoned for.
Can I pay his penalty?
That might be a possibility, but certainly not a cheap one. I want 1,000 gold pieces for Gorn.
That's a lot of gold.
Gorn also has much to answer for. Bring me the gold, and I'll set Gorn
Who
free.
you tell what?
Same
How's the
old
situation?
thing all
You
over
should set
again.
out to find the mining sites. I'm desperate for news about the status of the ore production.
Tell me that isn't true.
That'll only cause more trouble.
What's your task?
I'm a strategic officer of the king, and I currently answer to the Honorable Commander Garand. We are the last of the paladins here in the castle. All the others have left or fallen. It is now our responsibility to bring a good end to this expedition, and that we shall do. By Enos, that we shall do.
I am to go to the mining sites.
This isn't going to be child's play. Beware. First of all, seek out the paladins. They are leading the 3 groups. If you want to know more about it, speak to Parsival.
I have a message for you.
What is it?
Your brother is dead. He got as far as the pass.
My brother? Enos put me to a severe test, but he died as his servant. This news is like an arrow which pierces my heart. I shall seek new strength in prayer.
How's the situation?
You need to find all scrapers, plus the ore. Then we will figure out how we can leave this valley.
Which group of scrapers did Diego go with?
This convict, Diego? He's with Paladin Silvestro's group.
What can you tell me about the Scrapers?
I assembled the three groups. Marcos, Fadjeth, and Silvestro are the Paladins who each lead a group. Marcos's group set out in the direction of an old mine, led by an old digger named Grimes. The other two groups set out together. Jurgen, one of our scouts, has reported that they set up camp near a large tower.
Do you know how to get to the mining sites?
There's no safe way into that valley. But it seems to make sense to me not to take the direct route. Keep away from the orcs and the woods. And may Innos protect you.
How's the situation?
The camp is surrounded by orcs. They've really dug themselves in. But even more alarming are the attacks by the dragons. They have destroyed the entire outer ring by now. Another dragon attack, and we'll take heavy losses.
How many dragons are there?
We don't know how many there are all in all, but it's more than one. But that isn't all. The whole Valley of Mines is full of evil creatures that support the dragons. Let's not kid ourselves. Without reinforcements from outside, our chances of getting out of here alive are slim.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
A few lockpicks would be helpful.
Never change.
That's exactly what I said. He should have known.
That will never change.
That's totally obvious.
Been there, done that. He really should have known better. That was no big deal.
Who told you that?
He really...
Nobody ever asked us.
The things I could tell you.
Why haven't I heard
You get that from me.
Only Innos.
Why am I ever gonna change that? Why haven't I heard sorry for it?
So it says.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
More, believe me.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Things I could tell you.
I could have told you that before.
I couldn't get away with that.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
That's exactly what I said.
Listen to me.
You don't have to tell me as if I don't know why you get so worked up.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
That's nothing new.
I used to say that myself.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
That's no secret.
It can't go on like this forever.
The path of virtue is long and rocky.
You already know what I think.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
That was no big deal.
You already know what I think.
I used to say that myself.
I wouldn't have done that.
Same old thing all over again.
Who told you that?
He really should have known better.
Nobody ever asks me.
I've my own opinion about that.
Innos enlightens all those who hardly know what to believe.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Who told you that?
A long time.
No idea. You tell me.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I've got no time for things like that.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
And there...
That'll only cause more trouble.
And there's more, believe me.
That's totally obvious.
The path of virtue is long and rocky. The path of virtue is long and rocky. I'm staying out of it.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
He really should have known better.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
It can't go on like this forever.
It had to happen sooner or later.
But he knew that all along.
I can't help him.
Some don't even know how wicked they are. I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Will it ever change?
Hey, you! Garon wants 1,000 gold pieces for Gorn.
A nice sum. I can chip in 250 gold pieces.
That was obvious all along.
I've heard a thing or two.
Will it ever change? Some problems solve themselves.
The path of virtue
Why
is
don't you pick
long
that
and
up
rocky.
then?
I
Hey.
always act in the name of Enos.
I want to buy Gorn's
No
freedom.
time for
Agreed.
things like that.
You can go to Gerald and tell him to release Gorn on my
So it
orders.
says in the scriptures.
The things I could tell you.
It can't go on like this forever.
Who you tell what.
I already thought he
You
would
really
never
didn't
ask
deserve
for my
that.
opinion.
Who said that? Cause more trouble.
Set Gorn free. That's an order from Commander Garand.
I've already been informed. Here's the key. You can go in.
But he knew that all along.
That'll only cause more trouble.
We can only wait and see.
Enough of this lounging about. You're free.
It's about time somebody got me out of here. I certainly hadn't expected it to be you, though. It's damn good to see you.
Garand says you eat too much and he can no longer afford to feed you.
Now that you mention it, I could kill a couple of beers. Let's get out of here. I've seen enough of this cell.
Okay, see you with Milton.
Sure thing.
Let's wait and see what happens.
You didn't know that.
You should have known all kinds of rumors.
Only Innos
Where did you
decides
pick that
what's
up then?
I agree with you completely.
It was just like you said.
Hey, you!
Why haven't I heard about this before?
I freed Gorn.
Good. Then we should think about what happens next.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
What are your plans?
I shall return. I will wait for a while, but now that Gorn is free, I can leave with him. It is more than necessary that Pyrokar learns of the situation here.
If you think so.
I hope that Lord Hagen will recognize the threat that emanates from this valley. Not to think of what will happen if the orcs come over the pass.
Well then, have a safe trip.
Deeds were just.
He should have known.